Welcome back to Reviews and Rankings with Robbie Sobel. Today, I'm going to take a look at the 2025 film, Jurassic World Rebirth. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Earlier today, I dropped a shorter review for Jurassic World Rebirth on TikTok. If you'd like to check that out, I'll leave the link in the description below. But I had a little bit more I wanted to say about this movie, so let's get at it. I just got back from seeing Jurassic World Rebirth, and I got to see it in 3D, which definitely enhanced the action. Jurassic World Rebirth is the 7th entry in the Jurassic Park/World franchise, and it does so in a bit of a soft reboot. It's directed by Gareth Edwards, and it stars Scarlett Johansson and Mahershala Ali. This film, it's a little bit different than our previous entries, as we kind of ignore any of the previous characters that we've seen in any of the other Jurassic Park World movies, and we get a whole new crop of characters to play around with and explore with. This film tells the story of a group of scientists and researchers who work with a multi-billion-dollar corporation to travel to an isolated island where all of the reject dinosaurs are living, so they can extract DNA in an attempt to solve heart disease. On their way to the island, they end up saving a family whose boat has capsized after it was attacked by a giant water dinosaur. After the two groups come together, they make their way to the island, and as expected, chaos ensues, but it does so in an incredibly entertaining way. Going into a Jurassic World movie, there's a couple of things on my checklist that I want to just make sure are checked off. I want to see a cinematography and a world building that really stands out. I want to see a large scope that I'm watching. And I want to see dinosaurs that come off the screen that not just look realistic, but also are intimidating and intense and suck me into the action. With the previous two entries of the Jurassic World franchise, Dominion and Fallen Kingdom, were kind of iffy on a lot of these. Jurassic World Rebirth really brings it back. There are so many scenes in this movie that are intense, and that actually had me squirming at my seat, and there was one scene in particular that really even made me jump. I didn't think that would be possible with a 7th movie in this franchise, but Jurassic World Rebirth got the job done. If you're going to see a Jurassic World movie, it's safe to say that the number one reason that you're doing so is the dinosaurs, and Jurassic World Rebirth delivers in spades. The island that we're visiting in this film, of course, is going to be inhabited by dinosaurs who are rejects and crossbreeds, so they look a little bit different than in previous films. Whether it's in land, water, or in the sky, the dinosaurs that we see are intimidating, but they also look beautiful. The special effects team that was behind this film really hit a home run, and what I saw on screen was incredibly impressive, especially in 3D. Now, I've seen some criticism directed towards this film regarding the characters, with some people claiming that they're one-dimensional and they're unable to get behind them. But I'm going to have to disagree. Scarlett Johansson really brought it as Zora, our lead character, along with her right-hand man in Mahershala Ali's Duncan Kincaid. Their chemistry as really good friends shined through the screen for me, and it had me cheering for them every step of the way. And in addition to the high intensity of the action with the dinosaurs and the chemistry between some of these characters, it also provided us a villain that was easy to root for, and even some comedic elements as well on the side. Rupert Friend played Martin Krebs, the representative for the pharmaceutical team, who really was only interested in getting back that DNA so they can make trillions of dollars. He was so unlikable, and yes, he is very reminiscent of some other characters we've seen, not just in the Jurassic World movies, but in similar films. But he got the job done, and I couldn't wait for him to get eaten alive by these dinosaurs, which is not really a big spoiler, because once you start watching the movie, you know his fate, and you're just waiting for it. Now, not everything is a positive for Jurassic World Rebirth. There are some negatives. Now, there are a few characters in this film that do feel like they are introduced just to be brought on board and killed by the dinosaurs. If that's something that bothers you and you're not interested in kind of throwaway characters, I can see you really pushing this aside and not getting into the cast in general. Now, the biggest issue with Jurassic World Rebirth is the suspension of disbelief. How far are you willing to go to suspend your disbelief? There were a few times while I was watching where I kind of rolled my eyes a little bit and said, yeah, I know this is a Jurassic World movie, but that might be a bridge too far. Fortunately for myself, it didn't happen too often and it wasn't egregious enough for me to be taken out of the story and dislike the film. After nearly a week in theaters, Jurassic World Rebirth currently holds a 52% critic score, indicating that critics are split pretty much right down the middle. Thankfully, audiences are embracing the movie a little bit more with a 72% popcorn meter score. On the financial end of things, Jurassic World Rebirth has currently grossed $322 million globally, making it the 10th highest grossing film of 2025 so far. And if this keeps up, expect those numbers to increase dramatically, and I wouldn't be surprised if we ended up with an 8th entry in the Jurassic Park World franchise. Despite a few flaws, I had a great time at Jurassic World Rebirth. It delivered everything that I was expecting the film would. It was a step up from the previous few entries, and I left the theater with a big smile, and I couldn't wait to go back and revisit it. For me, Jurassic World Rebirth might not be perfect, but it's a damn good time at the movie, settling in at a 4 out of 5-star rating. Alright guys, what did you think of Jurassic World Rebirth? Do you think it's more of a return to form, or do you think it's continuing this downward trend that most folks think this Jurassic World franchise is going through? Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you'd like to continue this conversation even further, you can follow me on Twitter X or on Letterboxd. I'll leave those links in the description below. And you can also check me out on TikTok, where I drop more shorter form video reviews. But at the end of the day, guys, remember the most important thing: to keep watching movies.